freaking new year.
Yes, sir, dude.
The first episode of 2022. And we started off with the grossest drink in Gage's mouth. A LaCroix.
It is far from the grossest.
What if you... what if you were drinking a LaCroix one day and you lit a cigarette and like your mouth just caught on fire and it turned out that there was like partial gasoline in LaCroix.
LaCroix is like flammable. Why was I literally 2 seconds from saying flammable?
Flammable?
I was milliseconds away from saying flammable.
Flammable could... I could see that being a word.
I don't know why I was thinking about it. I feel like I was thinking about what I was going to say, and I said, that is definitely not how you say that word.
It sounds like a word that you would use if, like, somebody, like, messed up a word. Like, if you're in class or something, like, you messed up to, like, dude, Jimmy just flammabled so hard.
Jimmy just flambéed so bad. Dude, didn't we used to use the word flambe for something?
Flambe? I don't know. That sounds like a cooking thing.
It is a cooking thing, but I swear we used to like use it for some sort of expression, but I can't remember.
We
I do
had
this
so
awesome
many
thing where I just start stuff and I don't know what I'm gonna say next, and I literally don't have something to say. Like I'll literally start a story. I do it all the time now. I think I talked about this maybe another episode, but I'm just like I'll start, and I literally just. I'm like getting there, and in my head, I'm going, "Oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm trying to talk about. I can't remember what I said." Like, for instance, I'm like, "Oh, dude, when I was talking to this guy this one time, and I said, and the whole time I'm saying that sentence, I'm thinking, what the frick did I say to that guy? I cannot remember." And then I get there, and I've run out of filler, and I just go, "I can't remember." So people are like, "You'll just laugh, dude."
Yeah, I think that's Alzheimer's is what that is.
Alzheimer's?
Yeah, I think you have. I think you have like a early dose. You have like a very light
early dose of Alzheimer's.
You've got a brush of it, just a touch of it.
Dude.
So you're not bad right now, but it'll get worse for sure.
It'll get worse.
We'll be on this podcast, and you'll be like, you'll be in the middle of telling something, and then out of nowhere you'll be lost. You'll be like, "Hello."
Where am I?
Who are you? I'd be like, what? I'm like, where's these camera? What's the camera for? Who are you in the box? I'm like, dude, quit playing. And then that's when your Alzheimer's will give in. Dude, you remember our deal that we have when we get older? I don't know if we've talked about this yet on the podcast. We might have, but
when our wives die first?
Yeah, our wives will die first.
Yeah.
That is what'll happen. And Gage and I, from our wives' funerals, we'll decide, once we can no longer sustainably live on our own anymore, we'll go to an old folks home. We'll be...
Honestly, immediately when our wives die, dude, we're moving in. Even if we can live on our own. We'll
either move into a house together and we'll hang out for the rest of our lives, or we'll go to an old folks home. The thing is, though, one of us is definitely getting Alzheimer's. Now we know Gage will get it first.
Yeah, so, I have a dose.
Yeah, he's got a
minor dose of Alzheimer's.
Just a touch of the
timers.
Touch of the timers. But so whoever gets it first, the other person who still has their memories and stuff, has to come up with a different persona every time the other person forgets. And we'll do that until one of us puts the other one down in the backyard with a shotgun.
Imagine if we both had Alzheimer's.
At the same time?
At the same time. We're like, "Who are you?" And then the other one snaps out and they go, "Who are you?" And I go, "Who are you?" We just keep going. They're like... all night, dude, and they're just like, "Shut up." The nurses come by and they're like, "Are you guys serious?" And we're just sitting in our room on our bed staring at each other, just going like, "Who are you?"
You know who I am? No, do you know who I am?
I don't know who you are.
Do you know who we are?
My roommate? Do I live here? I don't know. Do I live here?
I don't know. That's basically like the movie Momentum, but with two people.
Dude, yeah, I watched that recently.
I'm so hyped that you watched that because I've been telling Gage for years to watch Momentum.
Yes.
And if you haven't watched it, you should
Memento.
watch it because it's such a good movie. Christopher Nolan did it, and the
Guy
movie's
Pearce.
basically in backward. It's basically backwards, and it's a
It was
thinker.
good. It
So
was
if you,
you can tell it's like early Nolan. You can tell
yeah,
it's like prepubescent Nolan when he's like starting to kind of figure out what kind of stories he wants to tell. Very like ahead of its time, I think. I think like if they made it now, it would do very well. And sort of like I would like to see him direct it now for the first time. That would be interesting. How he would do it differently and stuff like that. But definitely a really cool idea. Yeah, I mean, it was good. I like Guy Pearce a lot. It was an interesting concept. I was like, what? Which is typical for Nolan. So
yeah, yeah. I'm super happy you watched it because I've been telling you for a millennia. I
yeah,
think
dude,
was
blonde
more
Guy
like.
Pearce, hot, dude, hot.
Is he not just naturally blonde though? I thought he was.
I don't think so. I think he's a brunette.
Dude, what does he do now? Like the last thing I saw him in was Iron Man 3, and honestly, that was a turd.
It was a bad movie, but
It was a bad
like
movie.
it wasn't
And that's okay
horrible.
to
I don't know.
say, you know?
It is. It is.
It's okay to say that a movie's bad.
But it's like while we're
It's okay to
there,
say if a movie, like a superhero movie, is bad.
it's okay to
Like
say if like a 4 hour movie is bad.
like and that's like if a 4 hour movie, like let's just say it's 4 hours. And like let's just say like I don't the DC universe. And it was bad, that's okay to say.
That's okay.
Because if it was bad and you said that, then you're like being honest and that helps you grow as a person. Because if you kept lying, saying it was good, not if you kept lying and saying that it's good, then you're not growing as a person because you're just lying to yourself all the
You're
time.
stumping your own growth. You're your own worst enemy. You're your own dark side. You are your own Snyder Cut. Right now, you're just being a Snyder Cut. You're hidden away. Nobody freaking knows who you are because you're stumping your own growth. It's all a giant metaphor, a giant allegory. But while we're here, let me just say, okay, it's all over Twitter again. All I keep seeing is Snyderverse isn't a trilogy because they're saying it's Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, then Justice League, Snyder Cut. And by they, I mean people who don't really go with the whole thing that's not real, the Snyderverse. They're just like, oh, it's what it is. They made 3 movies, so that's the Snyderverse, I guess. It's a trilogy. Which, like, those movies really... Man of Steel has nothing to do with Batman versus Superman, and
Nothing.
Batman versus Superman barely has anything to do. Well, it's like a little bit, I guess, because Superman dies. Spoiler alert. And then they revive him in Snyder Cut. Literally the dumbest freaking thing ever. But
The way
anyways,
they revived him was stupid.
yeah, the way they revived him was dumb.
Most of the time,
But
like they would
like,
just dip
all I
him in
gotta
the
say
sun.
is flipping. Like, I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah, so the
Alzheimer's
trilogy
kicking in.
thing. The trilogy
There you
thing. The trilogy
My
thing.
name is Gage Key, and I live in Salem, Oregon. And
So the trilogy, everyone, all the Snyder Cut fans are whining because they're saying it's a pentology. One, when did that become a phrase? When did that become a phrase? Pentology?
Pentology?
It's
I
5
don't know if it's
movies.
real.
And they're saying it's Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Justice League, Snyder Cut, and then they want 2 more Justice League installments.
Yeah, I want one less Justice League installment.
I'm like, if the Snyderverse includes Man of Steel, wouldn't it include Wonder Woman and Aquaman, since they're all in the Justice League Snyder Cut? Like, so it's not really even a pentology because you have to include all of those movies. So then it would be like a tenology. Why don't you just make up whatever the frick number thing you want and just say it's that? So it's all over Twitter again, and I'm having to fend off these freaking morons, dude, on my Twitter page. Follow me at Gage Movie, and I text Josh about it every day.
I laughed so hard. I know. Here's how I know Gage is in a Twitter beef about the Snyder Cut. Gage doesn't get in Twitter beef. He he only does it when it's things he's passionate about, and this is the only thing that he's ever been in a beef about. I'll know that it's him, and I'll know that it's about that without looking at my phone because I'll get like 5 to 6 messages in a row, and I go, "Oh, that's Gage." Because last night I'm laying on the couch watching TV, and my phone goes off, and it's on the other side of the couch, and I'm like, "Oh, that's Gage." Okay, and then sure enough, I opened it, and Gage is just.
I send him screenshots of my tweets, and I'm like, "Check out how bad I roasted this idiot." Because here's the thing, okay, is like we said earlier, it's okay to say a movie's bad. Apparently, I don't get to say the movie's bad, even if people say it's good. It's the same thing. I'm coming from the other side, and people act like I'm not allowed to say that it's a bad movie. I'm like, if you put something out in public domain on social media where tons of people are, you're going to get feedback, whether it be positive or negative. And I give only truth. I spit only facts on my movie page. I say this movie's good, this movie's bad, and that's just what I think. Obviously, it's all opinion based. And it's like, it's opinion based because there's people who think it's a good movie. I don't understand them. Me and Josh were talking about this recently. Me and Josh were talking about this last night. We're like, Josh is just legitimately confused as to why people think it's a good movie, and I just freaking hate it. Like, I just freaking can't stand it, and Josh is legitimately just like, I just don't get it. Like, he always, that's what he texts me. He's like, why do people think it's good? I don't understand. Like, just tell me why. All you do is shout that it's good and that this and that, and you never tell me why it's good.
Yeah, it's like if if I had poop in my hand and you licked it and you said it was good. There's no really reason behind why you like it, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You just licked poop for one, and you're telling me it's good, but you can't really explain to me how, because you're the only person that thinks that. Granted, Snyder Cut, everybody. Dude, people freaking love this movie, and it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, like, I want to know famous people watch it, and they post on Twitter, and they're like, just watch the Snyder Cut. Freaking loved it. And then all of the Snyder fans, like, flock to them and retweet it. They're like, we got another one on our side. And I'm like, dude, are you a freaking idiot, guy?
I was hoping to like it. I mean,
dude,
if I was going to watch a 4-hour movie, I was hoping to be good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to waste we didn't want to watch it. But we had to, because we were super
the first one so
hardcore against it the whole build up, and I'm like, we can't not watch it, because then if we don't watch it, we can't talk about it like we know what we're talking about. Before, it's like we had free reign because it wasn't real, and then it's like we have to watch it to talk trash about it, because if we don't see it, we can't have an opinion, and that's true, bro. And so it's just like, it's pathetic. Yeah, it's like, it was minorly better in specific ways. There were parts that I'm like, that was pretty cool. There were like 3. And it's 4 hours. And a lot of it is the same stuff from the freaking first one that sucked super bad. And so it's just like, it's like 3% better than an already bad movie. So it's like, this is exactly what it is. I watched Justice League, the first one, and I'd say that's about 7% good. The whole movie, out of 100%, 7% of it is good. And this is just a random pluck of a number, just for an example. 7% Justice League is good. Okay, Snyder Cut comes out. It's the same 100%, but it just adds 3% good to the 7%. So it's literally a total of 10% out of 100% good. That's a bad movie. That's a 1 out of 10 stars. And so it's just like, there was some good stuff, but it's not like it's not like it was a brand new movie and it was amazing and I can't believe it and they fixed everything. And Cyborg sucks, okay? He sucks. Ray Fisher's a bad actor. maybe he's good in some other stuff, but not in freaking this. This character is poorly written and he sucks. And I don't understand why people think he's the heart. But listen, we need to get past this because we talk about it like every episode at some point.
We do. Yeah, we do. I was thinking that
we
just
keep
now.
coming back, and I was literally thinking, I want to talk about the Snyder Cut, but we can't go off super long because all we do is talk about it. And
yeah, that's that. That's the end of it. We're putting an end to it right now. The Snyder Cut was bad, and that's that. And if you think it is good, that is your opinion, but it's the worst opinion you could have.
Yeah, and we completely disagree.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. And if you want to follow more Snyder Cut stuff, just follow me on my movie Twitter page. It's a cesspool, but I think it's pretty funny. And I love to... Go ahead.
One last thing. I took a fat Snyder Cut the other day, and it was so...
Oh my gosh, dude.
So since segues are really cool,
yeah,
I want to talk about, I saw the other day that Dwayne, not Dwayne LaFontaine,
my dude Dwayne Johnson,
who his mother had originally named The Rock. His real name is The Rock. Dwayne Johnson is more of just like, you can't send in like your headshot and your first name be The and last name be Rock, because they just won't. They're not gonna
TR. That. So like that's his initials, you know.
Yeah. So he needed Dwayne Johnson to help his career. You need stage names. Yeah. Anyway, he's got some beef, and everyone's known this for years now. He's got some beef with another muscular gentleman by the name of Vinnie Desell.
Also, both bald.
Both are bald. That's
Coincidence?
Right. I don't know. Maybe they both just can't grow hair. I don't know. Vin Diesel, though, Dwayne Johnson has accused Vin Diesel of manipulation after he publicly asked Dwayne to return to the franchise despite private discussions. Now, has Fast and Furious been going on way too long? Yes.
Absolutely.
Should it have stopped after Paul Walker died? Frick. Absolutely. Yeah, dude.
Should have stopped before then, in my opinion, but that's just me.
Hey, that's fine, too. Because those movies were good up until maybe, 5.
I think 5 was, the last one I heard that was oh, that was pretty good. And the rest of them have been just stop.
As soon as they had their cars, hitched to a safe that cars just can't haul, I was like, oh, I guess I'm done watching these movies now. So Dwayne and Vin, first of all, Vin, just say Vinny. Just say Vinny or something. Vin? Like VIN number? No. So they had a contentious relationship since 2016 when Dwayne called out his male co-star, okay, good to know, in a scathing Instagram post, which has since been deleted. So someone either their feelings got hurt or someone felt bad.
So Vin Diesel deleted it? Or Dwayne did?
I feel like it's more of a Vin thing. I feel like that's more of a Vin thing. He probably...
What did the article say? I just didn't understand what's the context? Who did?
Oh, it was, yeah. So it says when Dwayne called out his male co-star in a scathing Instagram post, which has been since deleted. Okay, so it was Dwayne. I was wrong.
Yeah.
My bad, Vinny. My bad, Vinny. He says that... I don't know who says this, though. Dude, sometimes articles...
I think Dwayne. It's because Dwayne is the subject.
Okay. My female co-stars are always amazing, and I love them. My male co-stars, however, are a different story. They suck butt cheeks. I added that he didn't say
nice.
That. Some conduct themselves, can't read. Some conduct themselves as stand-up men and true professionals, while others don't. Ooh, tough. The other ones that don't are too chicken poop to do anything. He didn't say poop. I'm censoring it.
Yeah.
The ones that don't are too chicken dookie to do anything about it anyways. Candy booty cheeks. He didn't say, if you know The Rock, he has this one-liner, and it's it's candy butts, but he added, when you watch this movie next April, it seems like I'm not acting in some of these scenes and my blood is legit boiling. You are right. So somebody put Dwayne on a burner and his blood started boiling because, and we all know it's because of Vinnie the Nose Diesel.
Vinnie Desell, dude.
um,
That sounds like a mafia guy name. Did
yeah,
you
I
talk to
wouldn't
Vinnie
be.
Desell?
Vin Diesel seems like a guy who cries too much.
He seems like a guy who refuses to cry to me. He seems like a guy who's like, I'm not going to cry. Why did I sound like Vin Diesel when I said that?
I think as long as you just hold your nose, like the air that comes out of your nose, and you talk, you sound like Vin Diesel.
Family.
Dude, I would love if someone in those movies were like, "We're not related," and then that's how the movie ended.
Literally, the last Fast and Furious is all of them racing to a paternity test. See if they're at all blood related. Oh my gosh, we're not related, so we're not family, and they all just die.
And he's like, I guess this is done. We're splitting up. Okay, so in November, Vinnie Desell made a public plea for Dwayne, The Rock, to return to his role as Luke Hobbs for the 10th and final installment of the last Fast and Furious franchise. Too many. If it's 10, it's too many.
Yeah.
You're not Harry Potter, which, what was that, 8?
8, yeah.
8. I mean, you're not a well-written franchise. Anywho, so Vin Diesel had a post that said, my little brother Dwayne. Disgusting to open with that.
Already,
so close to open with that,
literally, that is so condescending. My little brother Dwayne, when you know that you freaking hate each other.
Dude,
if I'm so bad.
If I'm The Rock and I go, my little brother Dwayne, I smash my phone with my one hand.
Immediately crush that. I
smash it like that.
iPhone and then open the box because you do that often. Open the next box to get the new one out where you have your iCloud already backed up and you keep reading the same thing.
My little brother Dwayne. So condescending.
So bad, dude.
The time has come. Nope. He said, the world awaits the finale of Fast 10. The world doesn't.
The world is not awaiting that.
Because there's 2 of the world right here, and we're not waiting. So
I'm not waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, well, I guess, actually, you're either waiting for the finale or you're waiting for the finale so it stops, so they stop making movies. So I guess I am waiting.
I guess I am, yeah. I'm waiting for the...
Maybe he's spinning facts right now.
I guess. Vin Diesel with the hot bars.
Well, let's go.
He said... He says, as you know, my children refer to you as Uncle Dwayne in my house. I feel like they were on set and Vin goes, Dwayne. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, my children call you Uncle Dwayne. And he goes, that's great.
Okay.
And then he walks off and then Vin Diesel's like, man, that was a moment.
Got it.
Know? There is not a holiday that goes by that they and you don't send well wishes.
What?
You can just...
So I guess he likes his kids or whatever?
Yeah, but like, if you just wish someone a Merry Christmas, you shouldn't take that to heart, you know? Just calm down a little. Quit being so sensitive.
Well, it's like Dwayne's just wishing his big brother a Merry Christmas, you know?
Yeah, and like you tell everybody Merry Christmas. You tell strangers Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I did. I told several strangers Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah, I didn't tell them Happy New Year, but Merry Christmas.
Oh, okay.
You know? I don't give a frick. So he said, but the time has come. First of all, the whole middle of that had nothing to do with any of this.
Yeah, that's so nuts, dude.
Christmas and your children and the holidays had nothing to do with the movie. Anyway, he said legacy awaits. There's no legacy. It's just a long strand of movies that come out every year that no one's hyped for.
No one.
Anyway, he said, I told you years ago that I was going to fulfill my promise to Pablo. Don't know who Pablo is. Then went on referring to Paul Walker. He's dead now.
Oh,
He added, I say this out of love, but you must show up. Demanding, no longer
cringe.
loving.
So cringe.
Do not leave the franchise idle. You have a very important role to play. You came in the 5th movie, I think. Not that important.
That's my thing, dude, is I'm like, why does he have to be there?
That's what, yeah. You're not a part of like the OG cast.
You do not have to be there.
He was also like an FBI agent separate from it. Like, there's more FBI agents out there. You could just have another one. You know?
Yeah, like his character literally started out as like a throwaway. You know, like as like oh cool, Dwayne Johnson's in this one, and then it's like, and then people liked him, so they kept putting him in. And I'm like, so he literally like, why does he have to be there? I don't understand. What, like, in this case, you have to bring back every single person who's ever been in the, like, what is he going to write? A single Instagram post for every single extra that has ever been in any Fast and Furious movie? Be like, you all have to come back for this one. And they're like, well, my dad was an extra and he's dead. And he's like, well, I guess we're going to have to CG his face in there. And they're like, that's so dumb. And he's like, well, there's a legacy, man. They have to come back. Don't leave the franchise idle. I'm like, shut up, man.
Just get another bald guy.
Yeah, he's like, every post starts out with, my little brother blank.
My little brother Jason. The time has come for you to replace Dwayne because you're bald and muscular, and we need that for the role.
As you know, my kids call you Uncle, what's your name again? Jason. Uncle Jason.
Devin.
In the house.
Gets it wrong.
Merry Christmas. You send wishes, and we do. So, franchise, don't leave it idle. Play movie guy.
Let's see. Okay, so he finishes it by saying, Hobbs can't be played by no other. Get a bald guy. I hope that you rise to the occasion and fulfill your destiny. That's not destiny. It's just a movie and a role.
Yep. Literally just his job. So,
dude, imagine reading that. I feel like Vin Diesel's the type of guy who just thinks like you're just sitting next to each other or whatever, and he's just like, man, life's crazy. And you go, what? And he's like, life's pretty crazy. And you go, is this in the script? He's like, no, I figured we'd talk about it. And you go, I'm gonna go over here and just read through this, and you we'll meet back. And he's like, I feel like you feel it too.
I feel like Vin Diesel's the kind of guy where you're sitting there any holiday, you're just like sitting on the couch with him, and he's like one of those extended family people you don't see every year all the time, but like,
yeah,
you know, and you're just like sitting on the couch, and he's like imagine you're his nephew, and you're just like sitting on the couch, you like rarely see him, and you sit on the couch together, just kind of like hanging out, watching the other kids like open presents or whatever, and waiting your turn, and it's just like, man, you believe Fast and Furious? You believe how far we've come? Like, just like overcome the odds, you know, like so many movies and just like such a huge fan base. And you're just like, yeah, I'm just like more of like an MCU kind of guy. Like, I just like the Marvel movies. So I just don't. He's like, did you see the last one with like John Cena? My brother came in, and he's like, actually, I haven't watched. I watched Tokyo Drift, and that's it. And he's like, wait, hold on. So you're saying that you haven't? So you're saying you haven't watched my movies though, like Fast and Furious, like my greatest role I've ever played, or like I fly in my car and stuff. You haven't watched that? That doesn't interest you? And I was just like, yeah, I just think it's like poorly written, and like, and it's like, and then immediately top it off with like, and like, it's like if Dwayne Johnson's not in the last one, I'm not even gonna go see it. He's like, what'd you say?
He's the type
say it
that's
again. He's like, what'd you say? He like grabs me, like,
and then it just becomes his character. And they're like, you're not. What's his name? Danny Trejo or something. Dom Toretto. So off. Yeah, they're like, you're not Dom. It's fine. You can't assault people and get away with it. Dude,
he just gets in his car and he's like, see ya. And it's like electric. You like can't even hear it.
He's the type that like you tell him that you just don't get the movies or whatever, and then he's just like he's like, I feel like you don't get, like if someone says I don't like it, he's like, I feel like you don't get it. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I get it. And then they try to just ignore it, and then it's silent. He goes, no, because if you got it, then you would understand that like the whole point is like about family and fast cars and stuff.
Listen, it's all about family. Yeah, everyone gets that. You say it every single movie, every single trailer. Everyone understands it's about family, but it's also dumb car tricks they don't make sense. Shotguns, pistols. Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham showed up somewhere. Charlize Theron. I mean, all these. I mean, but family. That's it. That's the idea. Is family. You can't lose because you have family. Well, newsflash: families lose all the time. It's a broken world, and families, they lose.
Yeah, I think I can't wait for those movies to stop. One thing I wanted to talk to you about was, since it's a new year, Christmas just passed by.
Yeah.
So do you have like a tradition you do like for Christmas? I mean, you go to Tennessee pretty much every year to see family and stuff, but do you guys have like specific foods that you eat for Christmas?
No.
No?
No.
Well,
No.
in my family, pretty much every year it's like finger foods and Mexican.
So like you put food on your fingers and eat it?
Well, I like to wrap the salami around like my fingers.
Right.
And
that sounds cool.
Yeah, and then cheese on one.
Okay.
And then lettuce, tomato.
That's kind of awesome.
And then I put my fingers like this and I just cram it down my throat.
I just like sit in my mouth and I just suck on
it. And then on this hand is just the condiment, so I dip my hand in a jar.
You're like, sometimes I like wrap my fingers around each other and it's like super sick flavor combo, and I just stick them both in my mouth at the same time.
I have all like my delis and my sides, like the tomatoes and lettuce on this hand, and then I have the mayo right here, and then I go,
yeah. Hold up, dude. What kind of cheese you got on that?
Swiss. Swiss cheese, dude. And I know, dude, you have a friend right now.
I have a friend right now.
Swiss and turkey and mayo, or is it ham? Anywho, it's either one.
Anything with Swiss.
Dude, Swiss cheese is probably it's top 2 for me, depending on the day.
It's top 2, dude. Cheddar and Swiss. Iconic, unbreakable, undefeatable. Swiss and cheddar. I'm picking one of those two to be on my sandwich.
Yeah. Dude, it's also, that's a normal thing.
It is.
Okay, Gage has a friend, and he told me about it, and he said it, and I go, I probably wouldn't like that person. Which is, it's a joke.
He's kidding.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'll remember the thing where I go, yeah, dude, totally.
Okay, so Gage has a friend. You tell it, because I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad.
Josh gets mad too. I get pretty mad about this. I get like funny mad. You know,
if you don't get funny bad about your opinions, do you actually believe in your opinion?
It's like we like flip flop, where Josh is like, frick that, and I'm like, I just don't get it. It's like,
but under all that is a layer of frick that, you know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like,
absolutely.
Frick that. I don't get it. You know, like, frick you, you know? So, yeah. So I can't even remember how it came about. Gotten, you know, some insider info on how I make my sandwiches. And she'll say, she's rolling her eyes right now listening to this, 10 out of 10. And she'll say, like,
I hope they get stuck.
She'll say that it's just that my sandwich is too plain. Like, she'll be like, because what I do is like I go home in the middle of the day. We have an hour for lunch. Okay, it's like time to make it and eat it, you know. And if I want to enjoy my lunch and
That's right.
relax, I don't have a ton of time to make something, okay? And
Mhm.
also, I'm balling on a budget, dude, okay?
That's right.
So I get two pieces of
$2 a
bread.
day.
I get 2 pieces of bread. I throw those bad boys in the toaster. Toast, all right? I get my turkey, I get my mayo, and I get my Swiss cheese. That's it. And I get a side of chips. And she says that, like, that it's too plain, which is like, I can understand that. Like, I would put lettuce on it or something, but it's just like, I don't have it. And lettuce goes bad so fast. Pointless for me to buy that and put it in my fridge. If I go to a restaurant, I'll get lettuce on it. Absolutely. Any day. But at my house, it'll just get all juicy in a box and then I'll throw it away because I don't eat sandwiches that often. So it's just a quick, easy lunch fix. But she also has a vendetta against Swiss cheese, dude. Like, won't
What's
allow
Swiss
it.
do to her?
I don't freaking know, dude. Maybe she like fell off the Swiss Alps or something. Like,
Hmm.
that's the only thing that comes to mind. But she just thinks Swiss cheese is not great. Says it's plain, says it doesn't really taste like anything.
Sure.
You
Well, it tastes
know,
like Swiss, but
yeah, it's Swiss cheese, but no big deal.
maybe she
And
had COVID when she tried Swiss.
I like straight up told her, I'm like, dude, turkey and Swiss, like ham and Swiss, iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic. You could say turkey
Yeah.
and Swiss as well, but ham and Swiss is like you go to Starbucks, you can get a ham and Swiss croissant.
Hmm.
Like, it's that iconic that Starbucks just made the thing after it.
Hmm.
It's quite common. And then she's like, no, Swiss? No.
So
I
what
don't
did
get
she
it, man.
say to you, like when she found out that you enjoy a nice ham and Swiss surprise?
She was like, that's too plain. I don't like Swiss. I can't, I mean, it was so long. It was like a month or two ago now,
Yeah. Are
but
you sure she doesn't have COVID? Because none of that's planned.
it's like still talking about it. I know, and even I put mayo on it, and she like gives me that. She's like, "Well, at least it's not that dry. At least you have a little bit of flavor." But literally, at the same time, I went to the store and got mayo, and she was like, "That doesn't taste like anything," and I'm like, "It tastes like
She has COVID.
mayo."
Yeah, she's got COVID for sure, dude. She either has
She
COVID.
always had it. She's patient zero.
Yeah, she either has COVID or she wasn't born with taste buds. And I want to know what she does eat that's like this has a lot of flavor because I guarantee you, dude, she's gonna be like cornflakes, tons of flavor.
Here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. Even if I add lettuce to the sandwich, what flavor is lettuce?
Water.
Water. It's water, dude.
It's
It doesn't
water you
taste
can
like,
chew.
if anything doesn't taste, it's freaking lettuce. And she says, "Oh, if you put lettuce on it, it's fine." Adds nothing.
Dude, I had someone tell me one time. They looked me in my face and said this, and so I knew they were like they weren't
First
kidding.
mistake.
So they looked me dead in my soul and they
Uh,
said that an onion makes the burger. And then,
are you freaking
dude, looked in my
serious?
eye. They looked me in my eyes and said that.
Shut
And
up.
dude, they looked me in my eyes and said that. And 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 I said, "Have you ever seen someone pick the meat off a burger?"
Yeah, shut the frick up right now. I will freaking destroy you.
It's a secondary. You can get like burger. It just translates to like meat.
Yeah.
You can't just have if it was if an
Onion
onion
makes
was
the
the
burger,
source.
please.
If an onion was the source of the whole thing, it'd be called an onion.
Listen, maybe he got cut off. Maybe he was saying an onion makes the burger not as good. Maybe that's what he was trying to say. Did he get shot? Like, did he get sniped right after he said the onion makes the burger and he just got sniped and you were too busy, like, on?
No, she was safe and sound, and I said, "Are
That's
you
too
kidding?"
bad.
And she
That's too bad
said
that she was
no.
safe and sound. That's
She
too
said
bad.
no, and I
Oh, you confirmed.
yeah, I had to confirm because who
Of
makes an
course.
accusation like that?
Here's my thing, dude, is I don't mind an onion on my burger. Like, I'll get it.
Sure,
But like, but when I'm eating my burger and if I bite down and a bunch of the onion comes out, I rip that off and I don't put it back on. I just throw it off and I'm like, that doesn't matter to me.
I
Because what I
prefer a
care about
burger
is the
without onions.
cheese and the burger, the cheese and the meat
That's
and
it.
the Swiss.
Onions, honestly, sometimes they suck.
Dude, sometimes they suck, dude. Sometimes onion makes me cry, dude.
Yeah.
Like not when I'm cutting it, but like when I'm eating it, I just cry.
Sometimes I cry with an onion and get my feelings out.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Onions, honestly, great therapists.
Dude, honestly, they
You
give me
wanna
a good cry.
you wanna unlock some feelings? Just start cutting an onion. You start crying.
Just start talking
Just
to it.
get it out, man.
Just
Get
start
it
talking to
out.
the onion.
Earlier though, I was telling you before we went down this rabbit trail
Yeah.
of Christmas.
Yeah.
So my family did this cool thing this year that I hated, and so did my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So they did this thing where I told you we have the finger food on one hand,
Yeah.
and then we have Mexican food too.
Mm-hmm.
And this year they decided to change it, which is like, I'm not telling this story and saying that I hate change. I don't mind change at all, as long as it's like change that makes sense.
Right.
This one didn't, dude, because they were saying that we were going to have an Italian themed Christmas. I said, why? They said, because everybody wants Italian. I said, well, who's everyone? Because I'm not involved in this and I'm supposed
Yeah.
to be a part of everyone. Like 3 people said they wanted it. So they wanted it.
Okay.
So me and my dad go see Spider-Man No Way Home. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch
Shut
it.
up.
It'll
If you
change
haven't
your
seen
life.
it,
It'll
shut
make
the frick up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Yeah, shut your stupid mouth and go watch it.
I don't even care if
Dude.
you go watch it anymore. I just say shut up.
If someone comes up to me, if someone I know comes up to me and they're like, "Josh, what's up?" I go, "What's up, man? Like, what's going on?" And they're like, "Not much. Just just about to do this thing that you're not gonna say because you can't think of it in this story." And I go, "Oh, sick, dude, awesome. Hey, man, have you seen Spider-Man No Way Home?" Wow, No Way Home. That okay. They go, "Have you seen the new Spider-Man movie?" They go, "No, I haven't got around to it." I go, "Shut up."
I do the whole like put your finger on their lips, be like shh, shh, don't say another word. Shut up.
They start
no,
like,
no, 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 no.
no, and then you
No,
move
no.
it to your mouth over their hand, your
They're
hand
like,
over their mouth.
they're like, but was it good? You're like, no, 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 no. Shh, shh.
They like, you like they turn around and you pistol whip them on the back of the head. They wake up tied up, duct tape, and they're in the movie theater, and you're right next to them. You're like, you're gonna love this movie.
This movie's so good. They come to, they're like,
Just like squirming around.
You're just like standing there, like ready for the
You're
movie.
like, dude, it's gonna be awesome. And they try to
time
like
for the trailers.
they try to squirm away, and you're like, sit down. Sit down. You
Sit
poke
down
them
right
with
now.
like with a gun. You're like, stop that. It's a water gun because you can't have guns in movie theaters. It's
Of course.
Anyway, so Italian themed Christmas. Me and Dad were think that's stupid. My thing is,
Absurd.
no one has a plate of spaghetti and then goes, I want to have some pie and cookies now.
Dude, that is so true. That is true.
And if you do that, you're disgusting as frick, and you need help.
Yeah, what the heck, dude? That does not go together.
And so me and Dad, we get done watching the new Spider-Man movie, which was just flames.
Flaming
and
hot.
I go, dude, why are we having Italian themed Christmas? He goes, I don't know. And I go, I'm gonna try to talk my way out of this. Like I'm gonna change this.
Yeah.
And he goes, do it. Like if you can, do it. So I get on my phone and I call my aunt. And she answers the phone and I go, hey, how you doing? She goes, I'm fine. What are you doing? I said, just got out of a movie with Dad. We're just cruising around town, checking out the sights. She goes, that sounds like fun. I go, you just relaxing? You chilling? She said, I've been relaxing and chilling all day. I kind of got a headache. I said, do you know why you have a headache? And she said, no. I said, I know how. I know why. She goes, you do? I said, you want me to tell you? And she said, sure. I said, because you've got something on your mind. Do you know what it is? And she goes, no. I go, I do. Would you like to know? She said, sure. I said, you're being bothered. I said, you have a headache because in the back of your mind, you're thinking that it's stupid to have an Italian themed Christmas and we should change that because no one wants that. And she goes, she's like, that's not up to me. I said, well, who's it up to?
Yeah, who's
She
it
said
up to? Santa Claus?
She said it's up to my Nana and my Aunt Peg.
Please.
And I said, okay, perfect. How do I get in touch with them? Do I need to make a schedule? Do I need to schedule it in? Or like, what do I need to do? She said, she's actually on the phone right now with Peg. I said, perfect. Put me on speaker and we can 3-way call this bad boy and we can get this deal out of the way.
Absolutely.
She said, well, I think they're talking. My dad is laughing hysterically. And dude, when I get my dad laughing, dude, that's all I care about doing after that.
Yeah, you're just going to keep going. You're going to keep going.
I don't care.
It's not even about Italian dinner yet. It's not even about Italian dinner anymore.
Yeah, someone's feelings can get hurt as long as my dad laughs at it. I'm fine.
You're in. I can't blame you.
I said, okay, well, thank you for your help, and I'll let you know how it goes. She says, okay. She hangs up immediately. I get on my phone and I call my Nana. She goes, hello. I go, Nana, how you doing? She goes, what do you want? I said, I'd like to discuss with you possibly changing something. Not a big deal. Changing Italian themed Christmas. It's stupid and we should change it. And she goes, no, we're not doing that. I said, okay. Why? She said, because we already made everything. I said, well, today's Thursday and Christmas is on Saturday next week. So,
oh my gosh.
So wouldn't that mean that the food would be bad and you would have to make something else not Italian related? And she said, I didn't mean we had everything made. I mean, we've bought everything for the stuff. I said, okay, well, did you keep the receipts? And she said, no. And I said, well, that's kind of
just
on you.
A shame. Yeah,
you should have kept them. And then she veered off of she was like, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be delicious, and then named off everything that they were making. To which I'm like, I mean, all of that is good in a set time, not for something where like Christmas and Thanksgiving are holidays where I'm trying to eat the whole day.
Yeah.
You can't eat pasta all day. You'll like explode or something.
Yeah, that stuff fills you up so fast, and the longevity is unreal.
Yeah. So she starts naming off all these foods, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. But here's the thing. She got done naming all the foods, and then immediately went into like what she did during her day, and then like what she's going to do tomorrow, and then the next day. And man, I didn't get what I wanted. It was Italian themed Christmas. And you know what? I called my dad and I said, hey, Dad, did you notice how much pasta was left over at Christmas? And he said, I did. I kind of looked at that. He said, forget that. We need to go back to the original stuff. And I said, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because there were tons of dessert left over too, because everyone had spaghetti and meatballs and chicken spaghetti, which I don't even think is Italian. I think it's something.
How are you going to have spaghetti and meatballs and chicken spaghetti in the same meal together?
They just have.
You get one spaghetti dish. That's two. That's two.
That's two of them. That's right.
That's two dishes with spaghetti and meat. That's the same thing.
There were so many noodles, dude. I honestly thought that if I bit into my pumpkin pie, noodles were going to come out of it.
Dude, I'm sure. You're so conditioned at that point.
At that point, I was.
Noodle after noodle after noodle, dude.
Yeah. So that was how Christmas went as far as the food stance. And that...
Wow.
I didn't get what I wanted. And...
I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Really bugged me, yeah. Did you get all the toys you wanted for Christmas, though?
I got some pretty good toys. You know.
Did you get Did you get the new those really cool Spider-Man toy where he shoots stuff out of his hands? Did you get that
Well,
one? Because I
yeah,
got that one.
well, I'm kind of too old for that, so, but,
Really?
I mean,
Sounds
I
like you
did
just
get
didn't get one.
I got a really cool bulldozer, so
Got a
I can push
bulldozer.
twice as much dough as you did, so
I got a bulldozer
kind of
3 years
super
ago
badass.
when bulldozers were cool.
Ends call immediately. Dude, okay, I gotta tell you about this this new superhero I've made up with my
Okay.
friend. So
Oh, that's weird. I thought I was your friend.
you're my best friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
continue. Good say.
thank you.
Dude, I laughed
Um,
so hard before you said that. I laughed so
yeah.
hard yesterday when I called you and you were like, "Hey, can I call you back? I'm talking to my friend." And I said, "I thought I was your friend." You said, "You are my friend. I'm talking to my buddy Josh." And I said, "I'm Josh and you're talking to me right now." And then frick, how did what did I say after that?
You
Cuz
were
you
like
got
you started talking about me replacing you and I just hung up on you.
uh,
Which is
Oh
funny
yeah, I
because he
said
could hear the entire conversation right in front of me.
I said two jokes you didn't like and you're already replacing me.
Yeah. It was funny though because like it's just great because people don't like know you as well as I know you or like understand our relationship. Like people have general understanding, but they're still like baffled by the way that we speak and like interact. So like
Yeah.
anytime I hang up with you, people are like, "Oh my gosh, are you serious?" Like, no. And I'm like,
Like
dude,
you just did
literally
something
every
bad.
time we talk, we hang up on one of us hangs up on the other one
Yeah.
immediately. I'm just like it just
Yeah.
happens. And so anyway, so this new superhero dude, I think this idea is so funny. I want to like draw the costume because I think it would be absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
So prepare to not be wowed whatsoever. That's the
Already
best
there.
part. Okay,
Yeah, already
amazing.
there. Been there.
His name, Clock Guy. Okay.
That's a stupid name, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. His power, his
Yeah.
only power.
Okay. Let me guess. Hey, let me guess. To tell time?
No.
Is it to
That's not a
is it
power.
to
Anyone
just
can do that.
I'm sorry. I'm just equating his power with his name. It's stupid.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that's the point. His only power is that if and when he dies, time stops forever. So literally, he has no powers except for that when he dies, time will stop. And
Sounds more like a
so
sounds more like a curse on the world.
it's like his costume is so stupid because it's like all I got to
Clockman.
was like a very leathery suit, but it's all white leather. He's got like a cowl that goes over his head and then like does like the Batman thing, you know, he leaves his mouth open. I just say why I'm saying his because it's me. And
Yeah.
so it's all white, and then he's got uh like gears on his head, sort of, you know, like going over, and then he's just got like
A
he's
clock
got
on
a
his
black
chest.
speedo on, so it's like the polar opposite. He's like white full body leather, very glossy, and then a black speedo, you know, over that, and then I've got analog clocks on my palms, so people are like, "Hey, clock guy, what time is it?" And I do this, and they're like, oh my gosh!" And I'm like, and I'm just holding it there, and they're like, and I'm like, it's 12:43.
Like, dang it, I'm late for work again.
Like, I thought you were about to blast me. It's like, no, dude, I don't have any powers.
Clock
Stay safe
clock
out there.
guy. It's clock guy, you said?
Clock guy, yeah.
Clock okay. Clock guy is the type of guy who like he's dating someone and then they break up and then she gets a new boyfriend and then he sees them at a coffee shop and they're about to kiss and then he kills himself so that they don't kiss.
Dude, we were trying to come up with more powers, and I was like, I kind of like that that's his power. I kind of like that's his only power. because it's like one of those like unprovable until he dies. And so it's like the
He's
same
just telling
idea as
everyone
the
he has
dude.
powers.
It's like the same one as the dude in Mystery Men who only turns visible when no one's watching, but like he
Yeah.
actually does.
Yeah.
So it's like we were trying to come up with his weaknesses, like his kryptonite, and I was like, only thing I could come up with was when anyone is late for anything. Like if someone is late at all, then he's like, oh, oh, oh. They're like, what's wrong? You're late. Oh. Oh my gosh! And if he was late, I'm sure that would destroy him.
His weakness is like
his worst enemy is like, I'm gonna make you late. He like kidnaps him and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, what is this? He's like, you've got an appointment in 12 minutes. And he's like, where am I? He's like, you're in a moving van going the opposite way from town and you'll never get there on time. And he's like, stop, let me out.
Starts screaming uncontrollably.
Beads of sweat dropping down his face.
He's got a cyanide.
Hot. He's like, kick it out.
He's got a cyanide tooth. He's like, I'm gonna kill myself so I won't be late. The appointment will never happen.
The time stops. I can stop it. He just starts banging. He's like, oh, you mean the cyanide tooth? I took that out. It only took me a little bit of time. And he's like, no,
like, that's not funny. That's not funny. Dude, I have an appointment.
Smacking his head on the freaking metal van. He's like, I outfitted it with padding for stuntmen. You'll never break yourself on this. You
will live fine in this van forever. But really, they just keep him.
Who are you? My name is procrastination. No, please.
They just keep Clock Guy like a minute past, and then they drop him off at the location. They're like, all right, you're a minute late, go in. And he's like, I can't.
He's like,
I can't show my face in there.
They're like, dude, you're not dead. Like, literally, they're like not bad supervillains at all. They're just like regular people. They're like, we just wanted to see what happened, dude. Like, you can still go in. And he's like, no. Dude, honestly, the ultimate, like, villain would be my mom, probably, because she's late. And also set her clocks back when I was a kid. So, like, Clock Guy would think that he's late all the time, when in reality, he'd be on time. Also, who decided when time started?
I think Jesus.
But it's like, who decided, like, they had to build the clock first, and they just decided, oh, what time is it? It's that time.
I don't know. What was the thing with like what was the thing with the Mayans when they had the rock clocks or something?
Like the sundial?
Yeah.
That's like even that. Like, who decided that?
George R. Clockerson.
It's like Clock Guy's passed down through generations.
Yeah,
the original guy who started time, and he's like, my father gave me this. Now, I'm going to give it to you.
He's just like, they're like, Clock Guy's like, hey, have you met my girlfriend? They go, no. Who's your girlfriend? I hadn't seen him around. He points up to just like a huge clock. And he's like, isn't she gorgeous? And then it like dings or something. And they're like, okay, weirdo. They just walk off.
Grandpa. And it's just a grandfather clock. He's just freaking insane.
Grandpa pulls out like a pocket watch and he's like, oh my God, where did you get that? He's like, can I hold it? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then he's like, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Old man's like, can I have my pocket watch back?
He's like staring at his grandpa. He's like, what time is it? He's like, it's 12:47. He's like, can I see the clock? He's like, yeah. He gives it to him and he's like,
just rubs it on his face.
He's like, why don't you keep that?
He's like, "Are you serious?
Really?
I." And then he's like, "No, I can't. I have a girlfriend. I mean, I have a clock already."
It's too beautiful. I don't deserve it. Oh my
I
gosh.
wanted to tell you about a dream that I had last
Oh my
night.
gosh. Yeah, tell me, bro.
So, Gage and I have been going through a divorce. No, I'm kidding. It's the sniffies. We've had a little bit of the sniffies, non-COVID related. Gage has been he's been kind of under the weather lately. Today I've been a bit under the weather, but I did have the cure earlier, which was it was an energy drink, and some baby Oreos. That'll
Yeah.
fix you right up. I mean, if you have any kind of sickness, honestly, someone who has COVID right now, have an energy drink and mini Oreos, tell me that you're not cured.
Right as
Okay,
rain.
tell me you're not cured. So anyway, this cold weather has been just punching me in the cheeks, my face
Yeah.
cheeks, not my butt cheeks. I guess it could hit me in the butt cheeks as like
Either
a
one.
frick you, and I'm like, ow,
Yeah.
dude, that
Dude,
stings,
seriously? Don't slap my butt like that.
dude. Not in front of my girlfriend. Stop. So my throat's been kind of sore because I've been, warm place, cold place, warm place, cold, and then Texas is like, it's warm, cold,
Yeah.
cold. It's warm, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold. And then, so yeah, my throat's been kind of not okay. It's
hmm
feeling like it's feeling like it's on the verge of being like sore. Like
Yeah.
if my throat could act something out, it'd be with like a tonsil stick to its neck, and he's like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
dude.
do it. I'm gonna be sore. And I'm like, dude, stop.
Don't do
Like,
it.
don't.
You don't want to do
Please don't.
this. I'll do it.
He's like, why is it cold and hot all the time? So I'm sleeping sound, dude.
uh-huh.
And in my dream, I'm at my parents' house just walking outside around the house. And I'm trying to get in because all the doors are locked and I can't get in through the windows. And I guess no one's home.
hmm
And I'm so thirsty. Like my whole mouth is just so dry. And in the dream, it's just getting worse. And then I wake up, mouth open. My mouth is just dry as heck. And my throat hurts like heck.
Dude.
So then I close my mouth and I try to swallow,
Uh-huh.
and it was like I might as well have put dust in my mouth and swallowed it because that's how it felt.
Dude. That
And then
sucks.
I hobbled my way into the bathroom and just put my face in the sink
Yeah, I'm
and just
sure.
tried to slurp up whatever water I could. And I was like thinking to myself, like, I guess this is how I die.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah.
You
A bit
almost died,
extreme,
dude.
but yes. Yeah, I almost died. I almost drowned.
Dude, I had a dream. It's one of those dreams where I don't think anyone else on earth has ever had this dream.
Okay.
And that's like rare, you know?
What was the dream?
Okay. So there's a lot to it, but the one memorable part is I wrestled full size Captain Crunch cereal. Not the Captain Crunch guy, literally
Box.
just the cereal.
Okay. That's
Like
pretty cool. Did you win?
individual cereal, what do you call them? Kernels? I don't know what to call them. Like the big yellow blocks, the
Oh,
circle
okay.
is Captain
You
Crunch berries, but they're
yeah, you
like
fought a
big.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah, I fought the literal cereal pieces, dude. I'm pretty sure I was in a bowl, dude. There's no milk present.
That's
But
cool.
like I had it like in a freaking headlock and I was punching it, dude. Like several grains of cereal. It was nuts, dude. It was freaking
Dang.
insane.
You
Like
won though?
I woke up and I was like I had a little pump on, dude. I was like ripped.
Huh.
Immediately went back to like regular size, but it's like hyperventilating.
Oh,
I'm
it
just
was
like
like a dream
wrestling
within a
sore.
dream. You woke up in good shape and then you woke up for real in the worst shape you could be in.
Yeah, real, like real life. Speaking of, dude, I hit 80 pizzas on my pizza count.
Dang, dude, Papa John's over here.
80 pizzas since April of 2021. I think I can hit 100 by a year. I think I can hit 100.
Dude, you're gonna be like Betty White, where you're like, I'm about to be 100, except you're gonna be like, I'm about to have my 100th pizza, and then you're just gonna die before that.
What a comparison. Oh my gosh. And on that note,
guys, we will see you next week. Thank you for listening. If you're doing that or watching it, thank you too. Continue to support and like it. We're going to do this regardless if you don't do that. But it'd be nice if you did. And we're on everything. YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify,
Google Podcasts, everywhere else.
Yeah, but be sure to just adore that like button and smooch the subscriptions of whatever.
Smooch it, please.
And thank you, my co-host. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, my co-host.
I just adore you. You know,
dude. If you were a door, I'd open you.
If you were a seat, I would like clean you off or something, and then I'd sit down.
Dude, I'd
sit down gently.
Wow.
I wouldn't like plop on you. I would just like sit gently.
You would like do the whole like old man sit down where you just gonna take it real slow.
I put my hand on my knees and then I get down.
Dude, if I went to a car dealership and I saw like a Ferrari for $1 and then I saw you just like on your hands and your knees and like I could like sit on you and you'd like run around, I would buy you.
Really?
Yeah, I'd pick you over the $1 Ferrari.
Dang, that's
love, dude. That's love.
If I like had to choose like a pair of like Chicago 1 Off-White Jordans and then like you, like I'd choose the shoes, but I'd still think about you.
I think about you when I wear them. So like, and I would wear them like a lot though. So
and it's like the memory that matters most, you know? Okay, guys, see you next week.
All right.